Hello. Very warm welcome to babycode free IELTS classes. I'm Tanu Virmani, an IDP certified trainer plus a TEFL to Solve certified trainer for you. So we are coming up with a live session number 3. Those who are new to watch this session, please go and watch session number 1 and 2 so that you will be on track with me to crack IELTS, how easily you can ace your IELTS. So today's live session number 3, which is about types of questions in the IELTS reading. Today, I'm going to tell you about what are the different types of questions, the variety of questions that comes in your reading module, and how you're going to strategize things, how you're going to manage your time for all these types of questions. So let's begin our session. Okay. So very first thing I want to tell you is that you can download our academic and general mock test from our application. You can have one test every day, but if you want unlimited access, you can pay a nominal amount of a fee and then you can buy a membership and you can have unlimited mock tests. You can practice for your nearby exam with unlimited mock tests in a very easier format, that is the PDF format. Now let's discuss about what are the types of questions in your IELTS reading. Before going for an exam, before attempting your exam, it's very important that you should know the types of questions. What are my different types of questions that are going to come in my IELTS reading module? So there are different types of questions for each of the passages that appear in your reading module because you have 3 sections here. The very first is multiple choice question. Now, what is multiple choice question? Multiple choice questions, they have 3 to 4 options. You have 3 to 4 choices from which you have to select one correct answer. This can be in the form of a question or an answer type also, or choose a correct ending to a sentence also. So what you have to do is you have to choose one correct answer from the list of 3 options or from the list of 4 options. These answers, they usually appear in a chronological order according to the passage, right? So you can see on my screen, there is a sample of multiple choice question. In para 1, the writer suggests that companies should consider. So what they are asking you that writer suggests company should consider what? There are 4 options. You have to select one option. So this is called as multiple choice. You have to read your text, you have to read your passage, and then you have to finalize that which is your correct option. Okay, so multiple choice means you have multiple choices, but you have to select the one correct answer. Now let's come to second variety of question that comes in your reading module, that is true false not given questions. So these are very tricky questions because these questions, they do generally consist of several statements. You have to read those statements, you have to understand those statements, and by reading and understanding the statements, you have to come to a judgment, you have to come to a conclusion that whether these statements are true, are they false, or they are not given. So you have to read it very carefully, you have to read your sentence very carefully, and then you have to go back to the passage to make it clear or clarify that are these statements true, false, or not given. So if the statement is actually present in the text, then you need to mark it as true. I'm repeating, if the statement of your question is present in the passage, that means it exactly means the same, then it is said to be true. But if the statement you found out is to be opposite, it's contradicting to the statement, then it should be marked as false. Or suppose if the statement given in the question is not at all present in the text, there is no present statement, there is no contradictory statement, then it will be marked as not given. And one thing is, do not spend a lot of time finding the sentence which is not there, because probably the chances will be that this is not given, right? So you can see on my screen what are the types of questions, how it looks. Statement number 1, 2, and 3. Marie Curie's husband was joint winner of both Marie's Nobel Prizes. So you have to read the text and then you have to tell that is this statement is true, false, or not given, right? So this is the type of true, false, not given. When I'm be coming with my more live sessions, I'll be detailing on each type of questions, how to strategize each type of questions in a detailed manner. Today, I'm just giving you a little view about what are the types of questions that comes in your reading module. Third one is yes, no, not given questions. Now, what are yes, no, not given questions? Yes, no, not given questions are also similar to true, false, not given questions. Why? Because it also has various statements and you are also asked to write that are these statements yes, are they no, or they are not given in the paragraph. But what you have to do is here you are asked to agree or disagree with the statement which is based on the opinion of the author, opinion of the writer. So what you have to do, you have to read the passage, you have to read it very carefully, and then you have to come to the conclusion that are these statements according to what writer claims or not, what is opinion or not, right? So you can have a sample of the question on my screen. Do the following statement agrees with the views of writer in part A of reading passage 1. In the boxes 1 to 4, you have to write yes if the statement agrees with the writer. So first is if the statement agrees with the writer, you have to write yes. If the statement contradicts with the writer, then you have to write no. And if it is impossible to say what the writer thinks about it, then you have to write not given, right? So you can see that there are 4 questions. Once you will be reading all the statements, you have to go to the paragraph and then you have to see that which statement is yes, which is no, and which is not given. I hope I'm clear. Moving towards to the next type of question is matching questions. Now matching questions, they have 4 variety. There are 4 types of matching questions in your IELTS reading module, and each one is different from one another. First one is matching heading. Second is matching information. Third is matching information. Third is matching features, and fourth one is matching sentence ending. So there are 4 types of matching. Let's discuss about matching heading first. Now, what is matching heading? So you can see with the name matching heading, you have to match the heading. In the exam, in the question paper, you will be having a list of headings and you are asked to match those headings with what? With the paragraphs. You will be having the labeled paragraphs here, labeled paras as in para A, para B, para C. So you will be having the labeled paragraphs, and what you're supposed to do here is you have to match the list of headings to their respective paragraphs, right? And what you need to be very careful is that you read the headings very carefully and then you check the paragraphs simultaneously one by one, and then you conclude to the correct heading. You can see on my screen here is a sample question. Like here, there are list of headings. There are 7 to 8 headings and there are 5 paragraphs. There are chances when you will be having more headings and less paragraphs, right? So no need to worry. Just read it very carefully, get the main idea of the paragraph, and then conclude to the correct heading. Now, you should read the headings before you read the text. To get the correct answer, you have to read the complete paragraph, not just stop with first few lines. First few lines will only give you an idea, but getting the correct heading, you have to read the paragraph. There will also be many other headings that are not related to any paragraphs. So in such case, try to identify those types of headings too, right? Have a question on my screen. Look at very carefully how list of headings looks like. Second is matching information. Now, what is matching information is you have to match the information. Now, you will have a list which contains information taken from the paragraphs. You are asked to find out from which paragraph these information are taken, right? So you have list of information and you have to check that these information belongs to which respective paragraphs, and you have to find out those paragraphs. Sometimes the questions can be tricky also because the information might not be in the exact words, right? It is paraphrased also, right? So it will be paraphrased. So you need to, what you need to do is you need to read the paragraph very carefully so that you understand the main idea, and then you can answer those questions, right? So here is a sample of matching information questions on my screen. You can see that these are the, you have to choose the correct answers and you have to write the answer in the sheet, the informations on the sheet. Matching features. Now, what is matching features? In these type of questions, there will be list of items in the box. You need to match those items by reading and understanding some sentences. The matching features basically means you have to match the feature of a person. It can be the name of a person, like name of scientist, name of researcher, any experts, right? So what you are supposed to do is you have to like match the name of that person with their findings, right? With their research findings or anything which is related to that person, you have to match them up, right? So what you are supposed to do, there will be list of name, people, it can be city's name also. For example, if there is a name of a person in the box of items, then questions may be to match the sentence with the person who said this, right? So other types of matching questions, some of the items may not be available in the passage. So save time, read the passage before answering each question. You can see on my screen, from the information in the text, indicate first who first invented or used the items in the listed below. So there are people, there are 5 names here: the Chinese, the Indians, the British, the Arabs, and the Americans. And you have to match, there are 4 information here. You have to match these features, right? Moving forward, let's discuss about matching sentence ending. In these type of question, you need to connect two halves of the sentences. That means first half of the sentence is already given to you. You need to find out the another half and you have to complete the sentence, right? You are actually joining a part of sentence to its ending, right? You have to find out that which is the appropriate ending of the sentence. You can see here, while choosing from the list, you need to keep following things in mind. You need to remember that there should not be any grammatical errors in the sentence. The ending sentence chosen by you should make some sense also, right? The sentence should have the same meaning as the sentence in the passage. So you have to be very careful while finding the ending. Complete each of the following statements with the best ending. Now you have these questions. There are 4 questions. There are 3 questions on my screen and there are possible endings also. So how you will come to know about the possible endings? When you're going to read the paragraph very carefully, you have to connect the 2 statements and you have to make one statement which is grammatically correct also, which is error free also, right? Moving forward to the next type of question is sentence completion and short answer questions. Now, what are sentence completion and short answer questions? Sentence completion and short answer questions are almost similar. Now, why is it? Because you need to write your answer within certain limits here, certain instruction would be given, certain word limit would be there, right? And what, like suppose in sentence completion, what you need to do is you will be asked to fill in the blanks. It is usually called as fill in the blanks. So you will be writing your answers using the words given in the text. Whereas in short answers, you will have to take words from the given text to write a short answer. So it is very important that you should pay close attention to the instructions that are given in the question, because sometime instruction, or I would say mostly the instruction will be a word limit mention and you may lose marks if you don't follow it. They ask you to write 3 words and you are writing 4 words. So that is, you're not writing according to the word limit, right? So here is a sample question on my screen for sentence completion. Complete the sentences below. Choose one word only from the passage for each answer. Write your answers in the boxes on the answer sheet. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 questions for sentence completion. Next is a sample of short answer questions. You are advised to spend 5 minutes on the question. Look at the questions below and write your answers on the answer sheet. So there are 3 questions. Again, you have to write the answers. You can predict your answer also. I'll be giving you strategies for each type of questions when I'm going to make a detailed session on each type of question types. Okay, next type of question that comes in your reading module. These are note, table, diagram, and summary completion question. So in note, table, summary, diagram completion, you will be asked to complete a set of notes. For table completion, you need to add a set of tables, diagram, or a summary based information which is given in the text. Sometimes question will be, you can write short answers according to the word limit. Sometimes you have to choose from the list of answers given. So these kind of questions will only based on one part of passage. So you don't have to read the whole passage to fill in your important information. In these type of question, you have to go to the single paragraph. That means a selected. You have to go to one part of the passage, not randomly going here and there and finding for the information. No. Now here, see the summary completion questions. Fill in the blanks with words from the box. No more than 2 words is your word limit. Write your answers in the boxes on the answer sheet, right? So what you're supposed to do, you have to fill in these words, fill in the answers from the box on a side. So that means a helping box is given to you and you have to select your words from this box and then you have to fill it. But for that, you need to read the passage, look for the synonyms, and then you will be finding the correct answer. Next is diagram completion. How diagram completion looks like. Diagram completion is like this. You will be having a passage. You have to choose 1 or 2 words from the passage for each answer. See, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4 questions are there. So you have to write 1 or you have to write 2 words. You have to read the passage and then you have to find out the answers for this diagram. You have to label this diagram basically. So what are some effective tips? Now we already done with types of questions for that type of question that comes in your reading module. So I'm going to give you some of the effective tips, which is very helpful, that you should familiarize yourself with different types of questions which are asked in the exam. Start practicing them also because it's very important. Always read and pay attention to instructions and the word count. Word limit is very important because if you fail to write according to the word limit, you will be losing marks even though your answer is correct. Third is to effectively manage your time, always read the question first, then passages. Never ever read your passage first and then read your question. No, not advisable, right? Understand what is being asked in each question. Make sure not to carry away or do not apply your any prior knowledge any prior knowledge to attempt the questions, right? There is no checking of your knowledge that you should apply your own knowledge. You should look for the passage, right? Furthermore, if you struggle to find the answers to a particular question in a minute or two, move on to the next question. Do not struggle to find that one question you are stuck at. It will be very time consuming. Come back to unattempted questions once you are through with the test. This will help you organize your time for the exam, right? So it's very important that you should organize your time also, and you can come back to the unattempted questions afterwards, right? Read and practice more often. This is very crucial point. Form a habit that you should practice sample papers or reading mock tests, or you should practice of reading the lengthy text so that you have a habit of reading. It will strategize your reading skills. It makes it more effective also. It will help you in improving your accuracy and your speed as well. It will also help you with becoming a more general with tough words and phrases. You will be in touch with some of the tough words and phrases as well. And make sure that you study always from the reliable sources, right? You can use our application baby code, which is very helpful to you. Now, at the end, I would like to add on one thing, that if you really like our application and our free live sessions, please share our applications with others also, and please join our free education campaign, which we are running. We are teaching everyone free of cost, so that everybody can learn and have the benefit of this teaching, right? So do comment, share, like our application, follow it on the YouTube channel, download it and share it with others as well. And if you really like a live session, please share your valuable feedbacks in the comment section. Do the star rating with us. It gives me motivation also to come up with new, more live sessions. And it helps me to improve as well. And I can help you to ace IELTS in the very first attempt, right? Thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching a live session 3. Those who are new to watch this session, please go back to session number 1 and 2 and then watch this session. I hope it was an interactive session with you. Bye bye, guys. See you next time for the next session. Take care, all of you.